From the home of the Thunder in downtown Oklahoma City, the Big Three balling through the summer all summer long on CBS. And the Ghost Ballers, you have Greg Oden, the big presence in the middle for the Aliens. Major challenge for the Ghost Ballers with the back to win by 2, half court. And of course, you see the 4-point shot. That'll factor in. Free throws, 1 shot. Immediately, and Ty Brown has it stripped away, so you get a look at one of those wrinkles in the rules. You get a steal, don't have to clear it, and you get an easy.
Greg Oden, you got to put pressure on him. Make sure that pass isn't as easy to get there. That allowed Moon to kind of get Oden off his spot.
And it's 4 early points for Greg Oden. It's too easy in the early going.
Especially when your team has struggled scoring. Layups are good. But this is where Jamario has the advantage right here.
There's Jamario Moon. Well, we told you about Oden and Moon, and this is our matchup. All 8 points in the game so far have come from Oden. After a 2-0 start, and they have both been blowout losses. So 2-2, season already getting late. Shannon Brown, floater goes. 8-2 start, and a hot start for.
A little bit more pep in their step right now, which, you know, in an early game, a lot of times you don't have, and it's important to get off to a good start like I talked about. Beautiful pass.
It looks like they're exploiting fitness match down on Greg. Brandon Rush. Ricky Davis, long rebound. Outside shots not falling for either team so far. So Davis scores it in a pop, but he at least takes the 2.
But you know, it was a quick decision.
Cleared out. Back into Oden, draws 2, Moon and Bibby can't finish.
And Moon is still.
That's a significant elbow when it catches you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's see.
No, you know, it actually was headbutt.
Yeah, you're right.
It was a headbutt. Did you see the fight last night?
Yeah. You were
Thurman?
locked in, weren't you?
I think, you know, it was contact there. Both guys kind of collided. I don't think either had the advantage. Beautiful move that time by Ricky Davis to slip inside. Use a little pump jump stop.
Isaac thought about taking it over Oden instead. Ricky Davis boarded again by Rush. Brown quick trigger 3. Shannon Brown puts the Aliens back on.
Coach Archibald is stressing to his team, attack off the dribble. You know, try to get inside, and then if you can kick it out, think about, you know, nice little jump shot to do that.
Backers be flowing now. Mike Taylor's going to sub in for the Ghost Ballers. He always brings the juice. Shannon Brown runs it down. Brandon Rush. Brown hits a 3, and they are dropping now 14-11. Aliens got off to the hot start with Oden.
Inside, obviously the game plan, go to the big fella, feed him early. How you feeling? You got loose early on. How you feeling so far?
I'm all right. Got to keep on working. Got to make the easy ones.
Hey, by the way, fellow Buckeye Jimmy Jackson keeps saying it's early. These guys got to shake the rust. Tell the old man it's not as hard when you're a little bit younger, will you?
It's still as hard. I still got to take the rust off, but I see you over there.
See?
A lot of Buckeye
That's
love
what
here,
you get.
Greg.
That's what you get, BT. Thank you.
That's your guy, right?
It's been a journey, obviously, for Greg Oden. I mean, you have followed that journey the whole way. How much, as somebody who's known him a long time, pulled from a long time, how much fun is it to see Greg Oden back out? Oden had the first 6 for the Aliens, first season of the Big Three. Lost last week versus the Enemies, who were up next. Gilbert Arenas and the Enemies. Tough floater goes. Alex Scales. Rush, crossover, step back, long 2. Boarded by Scales. Clears it. Mike Taylor running point for Ghost Ballers. Scales takes it. Rush rejects it.
Yeah, great block that time. Brandon, a little upset that he missed that on the defensive end, being able to move the feet. Then great timing right here to negate.
Brown tries the 3. Long rebound, Scales. Taylor clears it. Gets a screen from Davis. Buries it too. Mike Taylor, quick trigger.
Well, you know, between Taylor, Bibby, and Jamario Moon, those guys can put up points in a second, along with Ricky Davis, of course. But, you know, he gives you a spark coming in right away. And speaking about a spark, Shannon Brown still looking at it. Got a 4-point play.
In the Big Three from Shannon Brown. Offensive rebound for Scales. And then Scales with a left off the bounce.
Alex is tricky that the defender really is at a disadvantage, thus picking up a foul.
Taylor out of the horn set.
He ain't bashful either.
Yeah, he thought he was following his miss, and then it goes in.
I'm sure George told him one thing you need, especially when you've been struggling the last few games, a guy that can give you, look at the hustle right here.
On the floor going for the offensive rebound. Baden, that's an offensive foul. Charge taken by Ricky Davis.
Well, let's see.
Scales triple. Davis, easy stick back. Ghost Ballers back on top. Clear, I mean, you go.
Pull up.
Now Brown.
I like
16
it.
now for Brown.
No, I like it. You know, he's taking what the defense.
5 to shoot. Taylor on Shannon Brown. Taylor off the bounce. In tight.
Great D that time by Shannon Brown. I think he got hit a little bit too. Grabbing his chest.
Owens triple. 25 on the board for the Aliens. That sends us to the half. Oden early. Then Shannon Brown. He's the only other player to score for the Aliens other than Oden and Shannon Brown. Rush in the corner, missed 3. Bibby and a takedown. Hollins and Bibby get tangled up. And Hollins hits the deck.
Well, that's one way to keep Ryan Hollins, who has the size advantage of not getting the rebound. And right here, the bulked up Mike Bibby. Arm locks, a little UFC takedown.
And our officiating crew will have a look at this one as Hollins and Bibby get tangled up. More than tangled.
Yeah.
And you can understand why Ryan Hollins not very happy about that. Mike Bibby's not backing down. Cooler heads prevailing as of now. Play it out. And Aliens have now a 6-point advantage. That's a big
play.
That's a big play. Rush attacks, that's an even better one.
Is it even better? Now you come back and score. But I'm going to go back to you. You know, you are real meticulous because you actually sit on page 20.
That's exactly right.
Of the rule book. You just didn't give us the rule. You specified where you can find it if you want to look it up.
For one, we're on top of things here.
Got you. All on it.
And if it gets to flagrant 2, Brandon's going to be in the thick of it. I guarantee our big three's got it covered here on the big 3.
It's all been about the Aliens to start.
And again, with Oden on the bench to begin the second half. So we had the first 6 of the game establishing the presence inside for the Aliens. Now it's Hollins banging. Owens off the bounce with the finger roll. I think Mr. Gervin would appreciate that, even though it's coming.
Position, Taylor was already kind of pinned behind the backboard and really didn't have a shot.
Moon. Tough 2. Aliens doing with defense as well. That did not hit the rim. No reason to clear. Rush has the dunk. Aliens back up.
Free of the schoolyard. Tempers are going to flare. But I was watching Nate Tiny Archibald during the huddle, and he was telling Ryan Hollins, actually imploring Ryan Hollins, hey, Ryan, when you pivot, when you turn, elbows up. Nice move right there. Elbows up. And if you graze somebody, so be it. It's the way.
But the defense came, and there was the teammate open in the corner, just kick it. So basically what he's saying, we can't do it by ourselves. We want to get back in this game. Collectively, we have to do it together, offensively and defensively.
And now, Jim, you go back to what you talk about with the Aliens trying to close it out, because that has not been a strength for this Aliens team. One of the reasons they're 1-3, not letting the Ghost Ballers get back in this game. Hollins will help. Elbows flying. Ball goes in the hoop.
But it's called smart basketball. You see, the tendency is when you get up big, now you just start taking shots. You don't defend, and right there, Hollins is right there. Again, do the little things that got you the lead.
First season in the big 3. Late push. Round 2. Owens, offensive rebound. What an offensive board over Mike Taylor to get a quick 2 for the Aliens.
Well, those are kind of plays that just win your game. I mean, Andre Owens wanted it a little bit more than Taylor. Beautiful shot by Alex Scales, but he's able to go over the back. He was a little contact, but not enough by the...
Ghost Ballers started 2-0 this year. They've lost the last 2 in blowout fashion, and now with that 3 for the Aliens, 2 points away from sending the Ghost Ballers to their 3rd straight loss. Scales behind the screen from Davis, launches a 3, much needed for the Ghost Ballers.
Yeah, much needed, but you have to get stops. Losing, and losing in a big way. That's something that we have seen the last few weeks with Ghost Ballers really not in games competing.
Rush crosses over. Davis triple to win. Brandon Rush, shakedown street game winner. Crossing over. Tiny.
Tell guys, if you reach, I teach. And right there, Brandon Rush taught Ricky Davis, don't do that again, I'll make you pay. But the thing I love about the aliens in this game, that they can bottle this up. Just one thing, is how they start.
My sneakers, Shannon took off. I had to go catch him as he was basically halfway in the locker room. Pretty chippy game, man.
Yeah, we had fun, man. Should be, better than what it is. We gave a couple games away. We knew what we did to lose those games, so we tried to come out and prepare ourselves to go out and have a dogfight, and that's what we did.
Yeah, you reference, obviously, you guys are in a hole standings-wise coming into the season. So how do you reconcile, not looking too far ahead, being immersed in the moment, and obviously trying to make something of the season?
Just taking it one game at a time. We do a good job of watching film and recognizing where, we came up short in the winning. And, a lot of times we wasn't rebounding the ball. We wasn't taking good shots. So we tried to correct that. We tried to get the mismatches, and we ended up getting a win. We knocked down some shots and played hard.
Yeah, no doubt. You had 14. Ryan Hollins always this chippy?
Yes, he is. You know what I mean? But I think, the Ghost Ballers was down a little bit, and they tried to, get us out of our game, but we did a great job of holding our composure.
Congrats on the win. Thanks. You got it, my man. Shannon, guys, back to you. Good stuff.
A 31-14 run.